Here we are at the National Farm Machinery Show in Louisville, Kentucky. Today we're going to try to focus more on the attachments than the tractors. This is an example of what kind of attachment booths there are. Probably one of the larger ones. The Bevco booth is quite large. Show's not open yet, so there aren't very many folks looking around. In fact, there's still some caution tape trying to keep us out of the booth and things like that. Last year we focused on the tractors. This year we're going to focus on attachments. There's a lot of small attachment manufacturers here. Lots of interesting things that are hard to find just on the internet by itself. Hope you enjoy. Okay, I got distracted first thing. The door was open to Freedom Hall here, where they have the big tractor pull. That's really one of the centerpiece events to the National Farm Machinery Show. As you can see, they bring in 2 or 3 feet of clay for the track right here inside the stadium. It's a good time to show you how one of these pulling sleds work. There's a weight box up front, right now under that black pipe, that slides from the back of the sled all the way to the front while it's being pulled. This makes the sled heavier as it's pulled down the track. Here's an example of the toy version. This little girl's really working at it. Look how she's pedaling hard, and look, there's the sled going up. Now, I'm sure some of the real tractor pullers would love to have someone come along and remove a weight when they're halfway down the track, or maybe even get a little push like that. But hey, this cute little girl was worth it. Christy and I thought this was a great opportunity for the kids to participate in the fun. Look at the lights, it's a full pull! When they want to return the sled, they lower these 2 wheels and roll it back. The black pipe that you see here is connected to an exhaust system. This system gets rid of the diesel smoke to protect the spectators. I enjoy seeing the big chain and hook that they use to connect to the tractor. After each tractor pulls, the track is pretty messed up, from the tractor spinning its tires as well as the sled sliding. As soon as the sled stops, several of these little tractors come out with different attachments to repair and regrade the track. This one has a tiller. Some have box blades, some have land planes, just several different attachments, and they come out really quickly, clear that track up, and get it ready to go again. It always amazes me that they don't run into each other. Down at the starting end, there's this little dugout thing. I don't know if this is where the official scoring is kept or what goes on in here, but it's quite fascinating. I got a second look at a new 2025R, and I noticed some things that I didn't notice the first time. I was playing with the spring-loaded step here, noticing how nice that was. Then I realized just how strong the Auto Connect was built. It's totally different than the version on the 1025R. While I'm under here, I think I'll just let you guys have a look too. You can see some things maybe that I missed. I could use one of these new hedge trimmers, Christy. You get to use Johnny now when we trim the hedges, so I need to have a new tool, don't you think? This thing, it's kind of heavy. That's a really long blade. And this is the farm show versus other shows. It's actually powered, it is hot. A hedge trimmer that actually runs on a show floor. You don't see that at other shows. This is the older part of the exhibition center. This part has been here for, I don't know, 40 years probably. What you see though is there's acre after acre of displays here. All kinds of stuff. Here's Leachfield trailers from Kentucky. They're always advertising on Craigslist. There's a bunch of trailers comes from there. And just all kinds of stuff at this show. Even in this area, there's a lot of different agricultural styles. For instance, everything south of here is more tobacco and hay and things like that. Everything north of here is primarily row crops. Now that's just generalization. There are row crops south of here and there is hay north of here, but the point is it all kind of comes together right here. Lots of variety of equipment geared at a large variety of farmers. This is Casco Manufacturing. It's actually a local company in Indiana. They've got a lot of small seeders and things like that. One thing that I see right here in front, this device is really interesting. It is a skid steer quick attach 3-point hitch. So it allows you to put 3-point hitch implements on your skid steer loader or on your Kubota or other skid steer quick attach devices. They've also got a large variety of seeders. This one It's a drop seeder right here. The seed comes down and it spreads out across a piece of steel right here, and then the cultipacker kind of rows it in. So it's not really it doesn't make particular rows or anything, it just drops the seed and then has the cultipacker on the back of it. Pretty simple design. It's ground driven off of the roller.
It's even got a mechanism that'll kick them out.
Yes, it's got fingers between the wheels. I like to see it right here, how it grabs it. And then these snap on,
Oh, okay.
and they're $1.50 each if they ever break. You have a year warranty on parts.
Okay.
See, it's grabbed that pine cone. Now, it gets caught in this bar. The pine cone one would not have a bar.
Right, yeah.
Now, it really wasn't intended to do pine cones, right?
This one, we make one that picks up pine cones.
Okay.
This
Not
one's
this
not the
one,
pine cone
yeah.
picker up.
Okay.
We have one for black walnuts, small acorns,
Yeah.
pistol grass, and shotgun shell. And
Shotgun shell.
sweet gumball. You see these picked up sweet gumball, but we have
Oh,
a.
yeah.
Is this particular one good at sweet gumball, or is there a different
This one is
size?
the pecan.
rather
You remove the basket. It has little hooks here that I like to return to its hook place.
Okay.
And then you just empty it into a 5-gallon bucket.
Blow the
Or in this case, on the floor.
leaves and twigs are down.
Something just doesn't seem right about
Okay.
that dumping it back onto the floor
Yeah,
thing, you
and
know?
we're going to dump it
Well, that's why they
500
call me
times.
the nut.
Yeah. If you've got a sweet gum tree, you know you need this.
Or if you have
yeah.
a pecan
How much
tree.
is it?
This one is $4.95. Our
And they start at
handhelds
$50
are
for
$50
this.
for the show.
And we've got a
And we
little,
have two smaller for this. We have a $3.95 size
and then a
and a
350 size.
$3.50 size, which brings it down to 12-inch or 8-inch.
Do you have a website?
Yes.
Baganut.com.
Check them out, baganut.com.
Thank you.
Mom, Dad, you need one of these.
Well, thank you.
Thank
Quite
you.
welcome.
I climbed up on this combine to give you an overview of the south wing. This is the largest room in the show floor, but it's not near all of it. Oops, there's Christy right in the middle of the screen on that little Massey subcompact. I better get down there before she buys it.
Uh-oh.
You found me on another tractor, another brand.
What do you think?
Not for me. The seat doesn't sit good.
I'm surprised to hear that.
I mean, it'd be okay, but it's not Johnny. Saying here's about as big as Johnny. Here's what I need. That's not for all of it yet.
What do you think? We need one of these, Christy?
Well, I prefer the one with steering wheels.
Do you?
Yeah. The zero turn just doesn't seem to fit me very well. I guess I'd try it again if there's a lot of adjustment they can do, but they don't. They're not comfortable for my size. This whole, like my arms, it just doesn't.
You're supposed to be able to sit on the armrest.
Yeah, but to push it forward, I'd have to.
Well, we've walked a lot, Christy.
Yeah, let's see. 12,934 steps so far. That's
Yeah.
like way more than I've been normally doing lately.
Yeah. I mean, it's way more than I ever do in my software job.
Yeah.
We've got a lot more to show from the National Farm Machinery Show over the next several days, but I think we've seen a lot for today already. What's your favorite thing you've seen so far?
All the tractor seats.
Well, I like the little planter,
Yes. Yeah.
and we saw another thing we didn't get to video yet. We'll hold that for you for tomorrow. So I hope you found this enjoyable, and we'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim.